Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial. So in this tutorial, we are going to be learning how to set up gulp with WordPress. So basically the requirements that are for this to happen is you need to have Node.js installed and you need npm, and usually when you install Node.js, npm comes with it. And the last thing that you need, and what I recommend, is a little experience with JavaScript, because when we're going to be writing the gulp file, it will do you best if you know a little bit about JavaScript. So the next thing that we're going to do is install the gulp CLI and also the gulp package itself. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description so you don't have to worry about searching anything on the internet. So when you get on gulp and you click on get started, you're going to get this quick start page. You can read through this, if you can understand it, but we're going to need only two commands from this page, and it's going to be the npm install global gulp CLI and also the npm install save dev gulp. So basically the CLI is going to allow you to write and run gulp commands. So some of the gulp commands are like gulp build and stuff like that. So basically the CLI, when you install it, is going to allow you to run those things. The next thing is obviously the gulp package itself, which is a must if you want to basically write um, gulp tasks and all of those things. What we need to do next is to navigate to our WordPress theme folder and install this. So if you're using local by Flywheel to basically develop your website, it's going to give you this public folder as a start when you open up the terminal. And in order for you to go to your theme folder, you need to change to w content and then themes, and then it's going to give you the options for your themes. And I'm guessing you already have a theme that you have already set up, so you just need to change to that directory. And we're going to also open this in Visual Studio. This is what I use to develop my website, so yours might be different. All we have to do is copy the npm install for the CLI and paste it into our terminal. Make sure that it is in the root directory of your theme. So after you have installed the gulp CLI and the gulp package itself, we want to create a folder called styles, and in this folder we are going to host the CSS, the SAS file and the CSS file. So basically how it is going to work is we're mainly going to be writing SAS files, so our SAS files are going to be in the SCSS folder, and we're going to use the gulp file .js to write tasks which will convert our SAS file into CSS and minify those CSS and put it in the CSS folder. So that's the next thing that we have to do, is create the gulp file .js in the root directory. Remember, the style folder is in the root directory and the gulp file is in the root directory. And in order for us to successfully set up the gulp file, we will need two extra packages in order to do this successfully. So one is going to be called gulp SAS, and basically this is going to allow us to convert our SAS file into CSS. So just copy, same thing like the last one, just copy the command and paste it in the command line and just press enter. And the next package is going to be gulp CSSO. And what this is going to do is help you minify your CSS. So basically the goal of, minifying your CSS is that first of all, your CSS file is going to be smaller, and because it is smaller, it's going to run faster. So the load time of your CSS is going to be much faster, and as a result, your website is going to be a bit more faster. So obviously, this alone is not going to like dramatically improve your speed, but this also help improve your speed when it comes to your website. So this is the whole point of minifying the CSS. So copy the npm command and paste it in the terminal. So now that we have that installed, we need to load these packages into the gulp file. So the first thing we're going to load is the series, the watch, and the parallel. These are functions that comes with gulp. So we're basically going to be loading those, and we're going to load gulp itself, and after we load those two things, we need to load the packages that we just installed, and it is the SAS and the CSSO, and those are the things that we need to load. So after this, what we need to do is create a function called SAS. So there are multiple ways of creating functions in JavaScript. This is one of the ways to do it, or you can use the arrow one. To create the arrow one, you can just define the function as this. Let me comment this out so it doesn't give me an error. So this is how you create, these are two ways that you can create a function in JavaScript. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to go with the old way. So what we're going to do now is specify where our CSS file is located. So we are going to do that by returning gulp.src. And what we need to do is basically give it the directory of the CSS folder, and it is in style and CSS. So we're basically telling it to look in the root directory and go to the styles folder and to the SCSS. And now the next thing is to create a pipeline where we load in the SAS package, and we're just gonna do that by creating by saying dot pipe sass. And the next thing is the CSSO. And after we do this, we're going to tell it um, to send it to the destination where the CSS folder is. So this is basically going to go run sequentially. So the SAS is going to run first, and the CSSO is going to run first. Then it's going to store the minify CSS into the CSS folder located in the styles folder. So after this function, we need to create another function called watch task. Um, so basically, it's going to do basically what the name of the function is telling. So it's going to watch for the changes in the SAS folder, and it's going to basically we're going to tell it to run this function. So anytime that it notices a change in the SAS folder, we're basically telling it to run this function. So how you do that is by telling it watch, this is a function that comes with gulp. So basically we're going to tell it to watch for this folder. We're going to tell it to look for any SAS file in this folder, any file with the .scss. We're telling it to watch for the gulp file, and when a file changes, if there's a change in any of those file, uh, we're going to use the series function to tell it to run this function that we have created here. Lastly, we're going to export this by using the series function again, and so now we have our gulp file set up, and to test it out, I'm going to create a main.scss file, and then I'm going to run gulp to run it, and as you can see, there's no error, it's running fine. Let's change the body background color to 0. So let's open this in, so as you can see, it's a white background, so we're going to change this, and you can see that this is loading in the CSS folder. But the thing is that in order to load this in WordPress, we need to also load the CSS into style.css. So that's very easy to do. So all we have to do is, wait, hold on, let me close this. At import URL assets, wait, no, not assets, styles CSS main.css. There we go. All right, so to test the code out, we need to also add the link, the CSS link, and since we're not loading this from the functions.php, we need to use the get template directory to load to basically load the file. So what we're going to do is open up a PHP, echo get template directory URI, and this is a section, and so we're just gonna leave this dot here and to concatenate it, and yeah, so this should work. And obviously we gotta close it out, and as you can see, it's working. And if we view the source, when we use the get template directory URI, so it's basically getting all of these and we concatenate the style.css onto it, so everything is working. And let's change this to blue so that you can see that it's actually working. Just confirmation. There you go, and it's working.